Hello, hockey family. It is Monday, June the 16th. Just coming off Father's Day weekend. So I want to wish, obviously, a belated Happy Father's Day to all you guys out there. We get to work with lots of great dads. And
A lot of good dads.
yeah, you had a big day yesterday. Hank dedicated at
Yeah.
church.
Good day, good weekend. The wife and my kids made me feel pretty special. Some nice handwritten cards from the kids. Well,
Yeah.
more artwork.
I had a really funny card.
Yeah.
Apparently, Rory likes me because I scratch his back and I get him a cereal.
Yeah.
So that was good. So obviously, hockey. We got Game 6 coming up in the NHL playoffs with Florida chance to win it. It's been just fun to watch.
Yeah, really fun series. I would love to see a Stanley Cup Game 7. I'd love to see it go back to Edmonton, but that's
Everybody
not
wants to
everyone
see
feels
that, but
yeah.
it's nice for Florida. It'd be nice for them to win it at home, obviously. So they got the chance to do it tomorrow night, and then obviously AHL finals going on as well. That series 1-1. We got overtimes in both of the first two games, and now they're headed back Game 3 in Abbotsford coming up. And it's nice to have you back in the office. You haven't been around the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. So I get the opportunity to. Obviously, I grew up in Minnesota, so my folks are up there, and my wife's parents are up there too. So, living down here, we don't have a lot of family, so we go up there, and our kids get to. Obviously, we have 4 grandparents up there, and nice little reprieve from a parental standpoint. So that was great. Also, I tried to go up fishing with my dad in Sask, and so we got to go up there for a bit and catch some really nice big lake trout and a couple jacks. And so that was a great trip being up there. Nice to be back.
And then obviously the market just always seems to do well when you're gone for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's better than the alternative. But so the market it has done quite well the past little bit. With the exception a little bit, going into the end of last week with, unfortunately, just the escalation of the Middle East conflict, Israel, Iran, with these airstrikes, and no one likes to see that going on. Unfortunately, and sometimes we get the question here in the office, like, why doesn't the market seem to respond more, like go down when you see just some of these really scary geopolitical events? And so just like a reminder, kind of a something to talk about is just remember, like, you got to take a step back and remember what kind of stock markets are, right? So, for example, if you work with our office, as cliche as it sounds, if you own a globally diversified portfolio where you are owning the biggest and the best businesses in the world, like when you see an unfortunate event such as Israel, Iran, these airstrikes, like as horrible as it is, from a loss of life standpoint, from an economic standpoint, like if you take a step back and so you ask yourself the question, given this unfortunate event, fill in the blank, whatever it is, doesn't have to be Israel, Iran, or any geopolitical, you fill in the blank, like, given this event, is Apple going to sell less iPhones? Is Walmart going to sell, they sell everything. But just remembering, like, what the stock market is you own the future profits of the thousands of businesses around the world, and just kind of separating kind of the humanitarian, just the really unfortunate side of things of wars versus like the economic, and so that's why you see markets not crater based on events last week.
Yeah,
a little long-winded, but just trying to.
Well, it's worth pointing out. And obviously last week we saw some really encouraging inflation data.
Yeah, so and that was kind of just given the geopolitical headlines, just some really encouraging inflation data. I think kind of went under the radar for some people. So consumer price index month over month 0.1, so basically flat. And then later in the week you have producer price index come in also 0. Like basically flat, which again that producer price index, many feel that's a leading indicator to what inflation will be in the future. So really encouraging inflation data last week. And so that leads us into this week. We have the Fed meeting here in the States. The market is expecting no changes to interest rates. But with that being said, now with inflation seemingly under control, there are a lot of concerns that maybe the tariffs would create this inflationary spike that just hasn't come to fruition. So with inflation seemingly under control, like the Fed seems to be in a spot where that they can cut if they need to. So it's nice having that kind of that in their back pocket if they need to.
Yeah.
Cool. So
enjoy these playoffs finishing up here as we go, and have a great week.
Yep.
Let us know questions, concerns.